Welcome all. Oh, there's a few of them, but it's they're good problems to have, aren't they? And so, like I said, we've had a squad I think that's worked really hard. The strength of the squad at the moment is they're working for each other, and I think we've developed some pretty good options and some good depth through July, and it's loose. Well, I think we've already flagged loose forwards. We've got a lot of people asking. We've got midfield, we've got back three, we've got a whole lot of things. So, good debates. Well, look, I think I've said before, Dalton's, I thought was probably one of our form loose forward in Super Rugby. He played well in the first test. He then had a niggle, which meant we had to take him out for 2 weeks, training well. I think he deserves a chance. And Artie, we were fortunate enough to be able to give him a good run at 7 in his first game back for a while. Thought he went really well there, but it's a chance to put him back where I guess he's played more rugby for us, and we believe that's where he's going to influence this game better. Oh, it's definitely the case. With 3 tests in, and I think both teams will feel like that. They'll feel like we've had a decent preparation this time. We just believe he's right for this game. Will Jordan came off in the 3rd test with a hamstring. He's been able to train fully this week, but really didn't want to test that at 100%, so we had a chance to not include him in the mix. He is fit and available, but it's a chance to, and I think Rico's form at both centre and wing in July has been really strong. No, Damien's playing well. It's there's no we're just really happy with how he's going. We've got good competition there as well, and but I think Damien's decision making is strong. He's feeling good about his game, running fast, and so I think he warrants that position.
Yeah, just going back to Rico, do you think he's about as sharp now as he was maybe 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. He's as sharp as I've seen him, and he's, I think he had a calf that really impacted him on 2019. It slowed him down a little bit. I think he came back in 2020, and this year he's now looking as like I said, as sharp as I think, and also confident. Like he's getting a grip around 13, and again I've said this before. I really feel he's grown quite a bit at 13, and the fact is that he's a centre wing, and I guess the debate will continue, but we're pretty happy with him in both.
What do you like about David Havili as a 12 in a relatively new position?
Well, it's not new in the sense this year, is it? So he's been playing there all year, and he's had 2 tests, and so he's a heady rugby player, good distributor, good kicker, and shown that the physical side of the game, he was up to it in July, so ticks those boxes. No, he's if you look at his workload this year, he's outstanding off the park, how he goes about his work. We've certainly got a lot of extra work into him the last couple of weeks behind the scenes, and had a camp last week, and the Thursday's training was pretty full on, and his goal was to get through that from a contact and a physical side. Did that well, came in this week, and it's just been 100% all week. So. I think in my release I used the word iconic. I just think he's helped shape this team. the last 10 years, the way he's played. You know, the combination he's got with our other nines we've had in that time period has been strong, and he's a guy that's got total devotion to his core skills. You know, the quality of his pass, his kick, and has become a real leader in this group. So I know how much it means to him. It's going to be a pretty special occasion for him and his family, and for us. But also know that the one thing on his mind is him just playing well, and that's probably why he's playing 100 tests. Keeps it nice and simple close to the kick-off time. Yeah, just that internal drive to get better, and it's a great statement when your leaders are like that.
Aaron's obviously put a lot into his fitness, the off-the-field sort of stuff. Has that been key for him, being able to fit so well into his teams?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's got great drive, and that's driven him on and off the park. And his position's one that demands high aerobic base, and he's delivered. There's probably a few, but I guess the answer to your question, has he influenced the game at a great level? The answer is he has. So how that compares, I'll let you figure that out. Oh, look, it's a Bledisloe Cup test. There's always pressure. That's great. That's why we love it. So it doesn't change anything. But it's nice to be playing at home, and nowadays we treasure those moments probably more than many.
You know you've got a game next week. Beyond that, how much did last year learn out of last year?
Yeah, lots. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's I guess the overall philosophy is the same, is that it's everything you plan for changes, but reality is we're still playing the same teams. It's just in a different place. Not sure when we're coming home. Not sure how many tests we'll have over there, but it doesn't change anything. You know, the fact is we've got 2 here for starters. We just got to nail this one, and you know, we know that if we have to hit the road for a while, then we have to hit the road.
Have you had any conversations with players about what could potentially happen for the rest of the season? Has anyone raised any concerns?
No one's raised any concerns. It's you know, we're just really focused on this week, and after this week we'll see what next week's about.
What have you got out of Friday, or seen from him as giving you confidence with the start of Bledisloe after?
Well, he's been with us for a month, and you know, I think we've seen a pretty strong improvement from day one to the end of the Steinlager series. And again, we had a really solid workout in Christchurch last week. Came through that really well, jumping out of the skin, and he's ready. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, look, we're mindful of all those things. It's you know, the goal line dropout, the guys are all over. The latching and the off your feet really is just a simple application of current law anyway, which is you're not allowed to go and seal the ball off. So that's probably the most influential one, to be honest. And the 50-22 is a new one. I know the Aussies have been playing under those rules in their super competition, so it's not new to them, new to us. But you know, we've had some discussions about it, and you know, I don't think it's going to be we haven't changed our game because of it, but it's certainly something we're going to have to grow awareness of.
Yeah, how big of a loss is that trio of Wallabies that have stood down for the
I've got no idea. You have to ask Dave that.
Your planning though?
No, hasn't changed our plan.
What do you expect from the Wallabies?
Sort of a very committed, physical ruck and run type team, and you know, they've spoken about dominating us up front, and playing a fast physical game. So much the same. Yeah, that really. It was a good series for them. 3 close tests. I'm sure they had objectives they wanted to get out of it, and they'll be pleased with that. So it doesn't really mean a lot now, does it? Yeah, we're into a Bledisloe Cup. That means not really into looking back so much. It's Thursday before a Bled, and 2 teams are playing in a competition they really want to play well in. So both teams have had their prep. We've all had a chance to do what we need to do and just get into it now. They're always tough. Certainly not the easiest.
You said on Monday you knew your first choice was that change.
No. Oh, look, the Wellington Test last year was, my recollection was a lot of rain and wind, and it was a very different game, wasn't it? And the ball was swirling around, so hopefully we get a slightly different day here, so that'll change the game. But look, both teams know each other pretty well, so I don't think there'll be major surprises on both sides about how to play. It's the application of what you want to do on the day that really matters. No, well, remember we played them 4 times last year, so that was 1 of 4. So there was a few other good ones.
What are they saying that they want to dominate the All Blacks up front? Does that give your pack a little bit of extra incentive?
No, well, you might have to ask them. They might, but you go into these tests. It's not about responding to external stimulus, really. It's about that internal drive in ourselves to be the best that we can be. So, if it does, well, that's great. But the reality is, it doesn't make any difference, does it? We have to go out there and play a game that we've prepared to play, and that involves us being really effective and physical in the way we play as well. So there'll be no surprises in the intensity.
How much better energy do you think you take for the match officials and players in sync with the new rules?
Yeah, look, it could take a while in terms of. I don't think, like I said, I don't think the goal line one will take a while. It's been in existence. The 50-22s probably have to keep the match officials sharp, making sure they know where the line is and the phase before that kick. Probably the latching and going to ground when the ball carry goes to ground is probably one of the key ones, and making sure he doesn't seal off a competition. So that's, whilst it's new, it's actually not new in law, and so it's just really about applying that. So, and I know that the ref has spoken to both us and the Wallabies about that, and we're really aligned about what their view on it. So.
Would you at home and fan in the stadium still play a difference in the breakdown?
No. Look, there's been a move for a long time to stop people going off their feet at the breakdown. I think you hear the diving not driving not diving phase now. The last 12 months, it's just a continuation of that.
I know that it's Bledisloe and Rugby Championship at the moment to think about it, but is still the plans of the All Blacks to travel to Europe in November?
It's still the plan, yes.
Yes.
Yep. That hasn't changed.
Last question, thanks, Matt.
Quite a busy time for New Zealand athletes in Tokyo, obviously. How much notice do you take of that? For the guys who serve as inspiration? You've got other things on your plate at the moment, yes, but
It's hard not to. We're watching people in black perform on a world stage. We love it, and we're intensely proud, just like all Kiwis are, when you see people give it everything they've got in those sort of occasions. So, and we spoke earlier in the week about both our sevens teams and how proud they did us, but there's so many others, isn't there? Like I mean, I watched Dylan Smith and I thought that was outstanding, watching the trampoline. Talk about tense, so that final jump of his was outstanding. So you learn a lot and you feel proud about watching these people do what they do.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.